Today, we're going inside the listing of a professionally staged two-bedroom condo. Small spaces like this can be a nightmare for composition, but I'm going to show you every single image I delivered, including the drone shots, which I used to sell the location. We're breaking down the angles, the lighting, the exact delivery order I used to make this look like a penthouse. Before we jump into the photos, today's walkthrough is sponsored by AutoHDR. I use AutoHDR on every single shoot because it's the only way I can deliver high-end, natural-looking results by noon the next day without spending hours in Lightroom. If you want to shoot faster and stop worrying about the editing backlog, check the link in the description below or go to autohdr.scottprokop.com and check it out for yourself. If you're new to the channel, I'm Scott Prokop. I've shot over 10,000 homes in the last 14 years. I'm a working photographer in the field every day, and this series is about showing you the real-world results that actually build a profitable media business. I really want to take you behind the scenes, show you the photos, the order, the composition, the lighting, and everything that will help you grow as a photographer. Here we're looking at the hero shot. We got a nice condo unit here. I used the drone and got a nice angle. So with the drone, get a little higher. With a condo unit, I like to shoot from the corner a bit, show that side angle. You can see the top. I see the horizon just off the top. So it's your choice if you want to go higher or lower and have the top of the building poking out of the top of the horizon or not. The processing here, you see, I shot this during the day and I used AutoHDR to do the virtual twilight. So I used their pink twilight preset. First time, this is what came out. Amazing, amazing results. I love it. This is what it really looked like without all the processing. So yeah, it was an overcast day. You see there's no shadows on the ground. So all the blue skies are brought in from AutoHDR. They automatically do it. So again, second shot in, I'm showing where the unit is. I'm using those pins, and those are my personal pins. I don't use AutoHDRs. I have my own set that I love to use. So I show the home and where the unit is and the outdoor parking. So what's important here is there's an underground parking and an outdoor. So it shows that there's two stalls. Next, we dive right into the unit. So as you walk in the door, this is the shot you see. This is the angle. This is what you're going to see every time you walk in your unit. So I love working with a corner composition, centering the island almost, but just having a little offset. So if you think about the rules of thirds, and this will be 1/3 right through here, and the next third here. So you're getting the living room in this third, and over here you're getting the kitchen and partly the island. So what helps here is I'm showing the whole unit. You get the layout, the openness of it, and looks great. Again, overcast day, you'll see the blue skies in the background. AutoHDR automatically does that for interiors. Next, go to the opposite corner. So we're showing the door, how you enter, and this relates to the user or the viewer, I guess, right away. This is the unit, the main part of the unit, and showing basically the open concept from living room to the left to the kitchen to the right. Next, the corner showing the living room. So what's important here for me is, yeah, the corner is right dead center, but centering all the furniture and making a nice composition that way. Looking out, we got a beautiful view. Unfortunately, it's another condo across the street, but again, tying it all together. And I thank the stagers because they make this super easy. When a place is staged, it is so much easier to shoot. Everything seems to be placed just nice. Next, looking straight out. So straight towards those windows, I centered myself on between those two windows and then framed everything. So there's not much to see on the left, but it gives the nice feeling of that living room. Straight on shot. Next, we're looking back. So there's a potential to have a TV over there instead of painting or whatever, but it gives that view looking back. And as I'm building on my shoot, I'm thinking I'm going from the living room to the dining room next. So how do I tie in the living room, which is in the foreground, to the dining room, which will be the next photo? So here's straight on. I'm showing the dining room, and you get a hint of the kitchen. Next, I'm looking back. So the Left third, you have the nice dining room. Right third is the living room. Again, using angles, and you got that door that leads you straight out if you want to go out on the deck. Next is the angle looking towards the kitchen. So why this is important, just like the other one, on the right third is the dining. Now we're leading the viewer into the kitchen. So in the sequence of photos, the person doesn't have to think, oh, where does this go? Where is that? Where am I going physically in the space? So I'm trying to tell a story through the photos. Next, we see the kitchen. So all my shots, I shoot handheld. I shoot a little lower. Think about the light switch, about that height. When I hit the kitchen, I want to be a slightly higher. So I'm shooting just so you don't see underneath those cabinets. So right here, all these cabinets, I like it so you don't see under there if it's ugly. Some are finished, so it doesn't matter. So if you're a little higher, that's one key. And then you see the tops of the counters. If you shoot too low, you're not going to see the sink here. So that's very important. The angle, I'm capturing everything in the room and showing the whole kitchen. Next, straight on that island. So that's key. I'm showing the seating. You see the dining to the side. So again, tells a bit of a story. If you have 4 people, they can sit at the table easily. 2 more at the island, no problem. And ties it all together. Next, I'm shooting just left of that island. So what I want to showcase here, sink, countertops, stove, and microwave. All in this, you see all the appliances basically. You just get a hint of that dishwasher on the left. I always love this shot to showcase the cupboards too and everything that way. Next, I'm looking back down the other part of the island. So here, you've just seen the right side. So now you know, oh, there's the dishwasher. And again, the countertop and how everything ties together. Now we're looking backwards. So this shows the island, of course, dead center. I have it just high enough so you see the countertop, you see the lighting. You're looking out towards the living room, and to the right, you see a bathroom. Now we're going to the primary bedroom. So there was no way of tying it in with those last photos to this one, just because it's down a hallway a bit. So just going straight to it. Personal, no. Okay, we've seen the main area. Now we're going here. So I love to shoot the angle on a bedroom if the bed is in the corner. So I'm getting in the corner over here. You get the nightstand all the way. And over here, we got the plant on the left. Nicely frames the bed and everything in the middle. I love that. Next, the next angle, basically the plant in the corner with the bed in the foreground. And then we're looking back. So in this room, we got the walk-in closet. So I love showing walk-in closets from across the room usually because they're messy. This one's staged. Nobody lives there. It's empty. For the framing, I got the light in the corner over here and the plant. So it kind of frames the photo, even though the walls are blank. They didn't want to put a bunch of holes and a bunch more pictures for the stagers, so keeps it simple. This, I'm going in closer. So what I'm trying to showcase is here's the walk-in closet, and then you just walk down this hallway and you have your own bathroom. And this is the door that basically goes to the living room to the right. One single shot of the walk-in closet. It's not a hero shot per se, but it just tells the story. This is how much storage I have, what it looks like. Next, bathroom. I love shooting from the corner. So keeping in mind, I'm tucked in this corner, hiding just out of the frame, and I'm telling the whole story of that bathroom, from the sink to what type of shower and bathtub. So some units in the master ensuite will be a walk-in shower. This shows it's a tub. It's more of a full bathroom, which is better. I love just switching it up, going back, show the sink, and just focus on that, how big it is and how much space you got. And just the tub. So again, if I go back here, you'll see that because I shoot with a wide angle, that tub looks a little distorted. So the edges will always be distorted. So be very careful with that. So this is why this shot, it almost, like, even though the dead on shows the proportions better, I also hate that it sometimes makes the tub almost look square, but be very careful on your angling and selection. Next, we go into the next bedroom. So the sequence I just did, bedroom, closet, bathroom. and then it breaks up your mind. And now we're going to the next bedroom, where they staged it here, just like a little seating area one way and closets the opposite way. Not a lot to show here. So it's up to you whether you want to shoot an angle. And because these were centered on the window, that's why I centered it that way, and look straight back. It's a small little room, so just showcasing it the best you can. Next is the next bathroom. So just remembering the sequencing, break up the break up the bedrooms with bathrooms. So it triggers in your brain, I'm going from a different room. So that's what I like to do. So same as that other bathroom, I'm shooting from the corner, right in the door, looking towards, watch your reflections. Detail shot of the sink. This one I angled it more down, so I'm looking down at the sink to show more of the countertop and what it looks like. Laundry, so just from the door, shooting in, get as much as I can, show that it's new appliances and they're stacked basically. That's about it. Now we're heading outside to the deck. So I included a drone shot. So I always have this in mind. I want a drone shot to show which deck, which angle, where I'm looking. So first we're just planting yourself, and then we go on that deck. So taking a picture towards where you could come out, towards the door. And I'm just circling around, showing the angle, the view, and what you're going to see. So this is very early spring here, and that's why everything's kind of blah and brown. So snow's just melting. There's hints of it. In a few months, this will be nice and green. But for now, this is what we got. So just doing your best. Underground, sometimes I just show the big shot like this, show that it's underground, tells a story. It all depends on how many photos I'm delivering. Sometimes I include it, sometimes I don't. But you're underground, here's your spot. That's your parking spot. Here's the front entrance. So now I'm telling the story about the building, shows that there's an elevator. So because this was on the second floor, we want to show that the elevator, you can access it, you can use the stairs, tells that story. This is looking towards front entrance, elevator to the side. And then we're back to the drone shots. So this one's important because it shows the building from that corner. It shows over here the underground parking. So you come from the street, nicely set up. This is the actual exterior parking stall. So we showed the underground, and now we showed outside. Front of the building. And my final shots, I always show the neighborhood shots. So when someone books it, I want to tie in the building that they live in to what's nearby. So this one's close to shopping. We have groceries and Drug Mart and Walmart out in this corner. And I put my north arrow just to help people because I take multiple shots. So now north is looking left, and what we were just looking at is over here. So whoever moves here, if they have a family, I want to tie in the schools and parks so they can take their kids to the park, they can take their grandchildren to the park, and how far the schools are. So in this case, just driving to the elementary here, and this is the high school. So anybody familiar with the area, they know where things are placed. And then here, showing the parks that are nearby and where this actual condo unit and the building is placed. So what I find very useful on these drone shots and to sell or upsell your clients is to include the neighborhood shots like this and include the pins. Now these pins, you can find them online. What I actually did, so I'm not stealing from someone, I just inspired. I took a bunch of the pins, told ChatGPT exactly what I want. It actually created the pins in a 3D style, put text on it, and I just clipped them and made a PNGs of each and just drag and drop them in Photoshop. It's fast, very fast. AutoHDR, they have a white pen right now as I record this, and I've put a request. I show them what I'm doing, and it's like, users would love this. This is what we need. So hopefully in the future, they'll add that, and you can just do it right in AutoHDR. You don't need to use Photoshop or anything like that. A little lower shot showing front of the building. So this is where when I started, I said, it depends how high or low you want to go. So I went a little lower. So it's just skyline across top. You don't see the horizon, and just focuses you on the building. And that's my last deliverable of the images. So this is going through how I shoot and how the order I like to present it in. And this is a condo. I was fortunate, it's staged. So staged is easier than empty, I gotta say. It's always better. And think of as you walk through the unit. I walked in, showed the first shot, the hero shot, the opposite shot, and then you just go living room, because dining was next in the middle. I showed that, and then kitchen. And think of the order. So living room, dining, kitchen, master suite, closet, bathroom, second bedroom, bathroom, laundry, and then we showed the parking spots, showed the deck, and exteriors. And that's the package I delivered. So I try to think of it like a supermarket. You keep it interesting all the way through. You want to go, people want to go to the end. So in the end of the supermarket, you go to the milk section always. Everybody needs milk or bread. It's always as far from the door as possible. But you want to think about the whole photo set as interesting from the start to the end. You want a nice finish, show the building. And if there were cars going by, Photoshop them out. Like, it's easy. It's so easy to Photoshop. You can use AutoHDR now just to remove it. They have a re-edit function. So you just pick the photo and just tell it, remove the car, and it's gone. Very easy. So that's the shoot. I should send everything to AutoHDR in under an hour. This is what it comes back. I just do QC. I added those pins, maybe spent 10 minutes on this shoot, just checking everything over. Then I use HDPhotoHub, upload them, and I can fire them off to my realtor, and done. So yeah, if you loved it, and you love this video, I want to create a series on different home types. So this was a condo that was staged. If there's a certain style you want to learn from, let me know in the comments, and I'll build a video for that one. Let me know about your adventures. Any comments, any tips, the photos I showed. If you have any comments about them, please comment below. I want to hear from you. I want to help everybody grow as a community and become better real estate photographers. Hope you love this one, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks.